What's going on, everybody? What's going on? You are now tuned in to the BRI, which is the Black Research Institute, where we're here and we're committed to solving the problems. I am the brother, aka Denoris Wilson. I'm your host for tonight, and tonight I got two very special guests, two brothers. One brother I've been knowing for at least 20 years, and another brother who I just recently met, connected with, and hopefully we can form a good partnership and make things happen, man. But I want to say, look, man, it's 8 billion people in the world. And out of those 8 billion people, there's no one person that is exactly alike. So that means we all going to experience life differently. We all going to experience life differently. We all going to have different experiences in life. And with that being said, we got to understand that because we experience life differently, we're going to see things in a different light. We're going to see things differently as well. So we got to take that into consideration when we're dealing with one another, man. Let's just deal with each other out of love, and then we ain't even got to worry about that. But we're going to continue on with the show. We're going to run a secondary intro where we talk about the gambit, where you see the gambit intro. And I know you hear me talking about the gambit a lot. Every time we get on the BRI, I'm going to talk about the gambit, or I'm going to at least mention the gambit and let you know that this is serious and we're making moves, so we're not going to elaborate in detail about the gambit, because it's a mindset, and mindsets takes a while to catch on and develop. So I'm not worried about that, but we're still in the gambit. So let's roll this secondary intro and make it happen.
We can grow.
Hi, this is Tracy Wilson, and you are watching the BRI with my husband, Denoris Wilson.
What's up? It's your girl Paulette from Suitland, Maryland, and you are watching BRI, Black Research Institute, with my boy, Denoris Wilson. Stay tuned.
What's up, world? It's your girl, Latanya Michelle, and I am the owner of Tiger Eyes 360 Media Group, home of Proof Magazine, a Black woman's proof that positive Black men exist. And you are tuned in to Black Research Institute with my boy, Denoris Wilson.
We can grow. We can grow. We can develop. We can grow. We can develop.
What's up, bro? Hold tight. Where you at now? All right, here we go. Can you hear me, bro? You can hear me now? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Hold on. Let me see. This is crazy. I speak, bro. I can't. I'm looking at the monitors and I ain't got nothing. You ain't coming out of nowhere. Go out and come back in. Hold up. Something just happened.
I just took the mic out.
Yeah, that's what it was. I can hear you now.
Yeah, they told me to.
You had the earphones with the mic in it. Yeah. That don't work. So what's up, bro? What's happening?
Man, I apologize for that, man. Misunderstanding. Goodness gracious, I gotta be more professional. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Great, man. Great to have you. But it's customary here on the BRI. Before we start any interview, I gotta ask you like 2 questions. You ready?
I'm here.
Okay. So look, first question. Are you being safe?
Far as protection, for as in the world. I would say, to my knowledge, I'm being as safe as possible.
Okay. Next question.
Yes, sir.
Are you happy?
I could be better. So I'm gonna say no, I'm not happy, for the simple fact that there's a lot that's going on that makes it hard to be happy. But am I satisfied? I can say I'm satisfied, but I can't say I'm happy at the moment. Too much going on around the world that's touching close to home.
That's the honest answer. I like that. So now we can start this interview, man. So listen, brother. I came upon you by happenstance because we have a mutual acquaintance. You know what I mean? And I went to your page, man, and I like the energy that you have in the classic hour, man. I like that energy. So what I'm anxious to hear about, like, give me your journey from where you came from to where you are right now in this particular platform.
Thank you, man. I like to start with, my beginnings. My beginnings was, I grew up in a environment where the neighborhood became your parents. If they saw you doing anything out of the way, they would discipline you. And, a lot of people didn't really have a lot of guidance. So they just kind of raised you the way they was raised. So I was brought up basically like in the streets. So I went from there, watching everybody around me consider being on the corner a success. I didn't really want that. So I chose to, try to do things a little different by staying in school, defying the odds. As soon as I finished school, developed a little hustle that, I was kind of raised on. And it took me a lot of places except for the actual reality of what I really wanted to be. It made me believe that at that point, money is the object that you want to have to get everything that you really need. So I end up understanding and finding out that I am not invincible. And just because they see you and they let you do a lot of stuff you was doing don't mean they not watching you. So I learned that the hard way. I end up having to do the little vacation time. I came home and tried to live a life straight, and things didn't go completely the way I felt it should have went. And it landed me into just getting here, trying to, do little shows here and there to, occupy my time, and it ended up being catchy and people started liking it. So I just continued. And you was one of the ones that was like, man, you should go ahead and pursue this. This is a dream. This is something you need to do. Boom, boom, boom. So that's in a nutshell how I got to where I am today.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Necessity is a mother of invention.
Yes,
right.
Sir.
Like when you gotta do something, you do it. When you gotta do it, you make it happen. Like your story is similar to mine, man. Look, I don't call it vacation. I call it college. I went to college.
yeah.
I went to college for 5 years, got my degree. You know what I mean? Got out of there, and I realized, like, I didn't need that. I didn't need no more training in that college, right? I didn't didn't need no more training there. Like that college did all it can do for me. Right?
Yes, sir.
Like it did all it could do for me. It gave me like direction. You understand what I'm saying? Like when like you said on the other day when we interviewed, when somebody tell you when you can lay down, when you gotta lay down and shut the lights off, man. I don't care who you are, right? If you out of your parents' house, you shut your lights off when you want to shut your lights off.
Yes, sir.
But not at college, right?
Yes, sir. Not there. They don't allow that. They say it's my rule. And we independent owned. So since we independent owned, we're gonna make you sure you do our rules.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna go by our rules, or you're gonna be in the hole. Point blank. Like, you know what I mean? You're gonna be in the hole. You're gonna go. So, so I went to college, man, and like you. When I came home, things wasn't rocking the way that I thought, it should be rocking. You know what I mean? But I'm a man, right?
Sure.
Like I'm a man. I'm a man, right? So with that being said, it's like, now don't get me wrong. There were points in my time in my life when I came home where it was just low. Like your spirit wise, and because you are better equipped to do. There go my boy. So that you are better equipped to do better than what you're doing. Right? You can do better, but better ain't happening.
Yes, sir.
Right? Better ain't happening. So you got to find a way to make a way, man. And when I came across your show and I heard the energy that you have with what you do and how you do it, and the charisma that you have, like your style is your style, like point blank. And you get a lot of people, right? They try to mimic somebody else, right?
Yeah.
They try to, I'm gonna do it this way because they doing. Nah, yeah, I didn't get that with you. And so tell me, what do you love about hosting your show? Like, what is the main thing that makes you say, I can't wait to do this show tonight?
Okay. Well, speaking of the energy and everything, I was wanting to be professional because we are on your platform, but I'll let the wings fly. I'll let them fly. You want me to let them fly now? I'll let them fly. But see what it is. I'm really
hold tight. Hold tight. You do you, man.
Yes,
do
sir.
You.
Yes, sir. All right. How I end up becoming I actually worked at a radio station. I worked at 103.3. I have my own show. It's called The Pearl Show of Classic. But before that happened, I'm a club promoter. So that means a lot of club promoters say they're club promoters, but they really not. There's a lot that goes into that to be a club promoter. So I'm very energetic, and I'm people friendly. I kind of know which kind of people to come across and not know what to say, how to say it, especially if I want you to come to one of my events. It's a way you got to talk to people. You got to make everybody feel like they're comfortable being around you in your presence. They got to feel like they're protected. So we went from that to a guy named Kevin Fox. He said, man, come on, this day and the third, I want you to be on the show. It's on 103, this day and the third, I give you a segment. And I say, okay, so I get paid to just do the segment. And he was like, yeah, you get paid, but you got to put money into it in order to get paid. All right, so we went through this day and the third. We went past all this, all right, to the point where I had my own show. All right, so I went from that to my contract was for 3 years. The contract was good. We never renewed the contract because I feel like, honestly, since I was under the umbrella, a lot of what I was bringing to the table, I couldn't really see. So I just felt like at this point, it was time to just kind of part ways and go my own direction. So I went back to the clubs, stayed in the clubs, doing the clubs. I also have a 9 to 5 as well. So everything was like being so congested. So one of them I had to kind of fall back on. All right, COVID hits. When COVID hits, everything is really, really slow. All right, since everything is so slow, you have to do something to stay relevant. Like, I don't care who you are, you have to do something to stay relevant. So the clubs ain't really doing anything, and a lot of the radio stations, really, they're just political. So you got to be fun. You bring your type of energy into the environment, make them feel like, okay, I can come here. I'm at home. Let me rest. I can take my shoes off. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I can take my shoes off, pass gas, and laugh. And ain't have to worry about nobody say, "Oh, you being nasty." So that's when I come here and I give y'all this raw. Nothing is rehearsed. Everything is basically almost like a freestyle is off the head. So that's how I do it. So I started doing shows. And they were saying basically, just do it like how you do a show when you out performing or you doing your thing out there. Do it that way. That's energy. It's different, but it's energy. So that's how I got to what I'm doing now. And I'm glad I met with brothers like you, because you like, man, listen, I see what you're doing, man, blah, blah, blah. Keep it up, man. Just keep up. Keep doing what you're doing. And so I enjoy that. I'm also waiting on one of them shirts you got. You got to talk to me about one of them shirts you got coming out. I've been hearing about it. I've been hearing it. I want to see one. Even if I got to be the first one to purchase one, I got to see it.
Okay. And likewise, I got to get me some classic gear. You know what I mean? Likewise, I got to get me some classic gear. That's what we supposed to do, right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
how it's supposed to be, right? So, but when I watch a show, right, you know how you have some people, right, like, they do a show and they bring people on their show, but the show is really about them.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's good though.
No,
that's good.
It's good because it's almost like Wendy Williams or any talk show. Any talk show, they're gonna have guests on the talk show, but the talk show is really about the host.
In a sense, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, it's really about the host. Like when you go to the David Letterman show, it's really about David Letterman.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So, but he don't make you feel like it's David Letterman.
Exactly. And that's the angle. That's the angle you want to go. You got to know how to balance the two. Even though it's you have to make them feel it's not always okay. I'll put it this way. It's 60% you, 20% your guests, and 10% audience.
Oh man, listen, man. Like I'm gonna tell you something. I was a performer. I used to rap. I used to go up and down the East Coast rapping, opening up shows. I opened up for Run DMC, Dougie Fresh, Roger Troutman. I opened up for a lot of people, right? And let me tell you something. If you go to a show and the crowd ain't in it, you ain't putting on a good show.
True.
You are not putting on a good show. If the crowd ain't in it, you are not. And that's why I was trying to tell people about like the basketball games. All of these guys that's playing basketball in the NBA today, they played basketball in arenas that were packed.
True. That's true.
So the fans became a part of their game, like to make the fans happy, to make the fans go crazy. That became a part of their game. And when the fans left, part of their game left too.
Mm-hmm. That's
because
true.
they ain't got to impress nobody. Yeah. They ain't got to impress nobody, right? Like put it this way, I would say this: every professional athlete, right? Mm-hmm. Every professional athlete is a diva in that he want everybody to know his name.
I guess that might be true. In a sense, I see what you're saying. In a sense, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm a running back and you know my name, I'm one of the best running backs in the league. If you know my name,
that's if you're looking for that, though.
But most athletes, that's what motivates them. That. Okay. Mm-hmm. Put it this way. Let's say they want to go to the NFL. Why do they want to go to the NFL?
More money.
Okay. Now, in order for you to make more money, what got to happen?
You got to basically sell yourself to the world.
And how do you sell yourself to the world?
Wherever your talents are. You see what I'm saying? Whatever your talents are. Everyone has different talents. For example, you got people that can shoot threes, but they not really. They won't get more attention than people that can dunk the ball. You understand what I'm saying? So,
but me and you, we're saying the same thing. But the point of the matter is, they won't get more attention than people that can dunk the ball. True indeed. But it all boils down to more people know people who dunk than shoot 3-pointers.
right. That's true.
Right?
True.
Like more people know people who dunk, or more people know your name than they know somebody else's name. Therefore, I'm gonna get the big bucks because more people. Why?
Right.
Because if more people know me, I can sell to more people.
That's true. That's that. Now I agree. That is exactly true. That's an actual fact.
And make more money, because that's the end. That's what you're trying to do anyway. You're trying to make more money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm telling you, man, like when I look at the NBA now, I don't even count these last 2 seasons.
Right.
I don't even count them. I don't even, because that's not them real players. But when them fans come back, watch, that game gonna be in NFL too. That game gonna be off the chain. It's gonna be off the chain, man.
Oh yeah.
Like and you know them Cowboys gonna Washington football players, man. And I'm tell you something, man. It's gonna be it ain't.
I'm kind of glad you brought that up. Yeah, I'm kind of glad you brought that up. Yeah, I'm kind of glad you brought my squad up. Yeah, we probably gonna win the division again. I said win the division. Now all to the side. I see the Washington football team and the Cleveland Browns in the Super Bowl. Now I said it first on your show.
Okay.
On your show.
I can't co-sign.
Listen, I'm gonna say the Redskins because that's what we are. We the Redskins.
Right. Okay.
And if you want to elaborate on that, we can too. But we are the Redskins. But Team Washington.
Listen, I'm just saying this, man. We had this conversation on your network the other day about the Redskins. But I'm just saying it's kind of offensive when you really, really think about it. Like when you really like. And it's not offensive to you as a Redskin fan because you grew up. That's what you grew up hearing. Redskin. But imagine, the Native Americans, right? That, that had to endure that as long as the Redskins were a football team. That, it's almost like,
1932.
So imagine in 1932, they had a football team called the Chicago Niggers.
Yeah, that would be rough. And the reason why, here's why. Now, behind closed doors, that's what we say anyway. But I think in reality, they would never pass because you got laws against stuff like that. Hate crime. They're considered a hate crime. So that wouldn't work.
It's a hate crime. To call your football team Redskin, that's a hate crime.
Hey, I don't know, man. We might have to dig down low to find that, but I don't think it's a hate crime. But I can understand how some people may think certain things offensive. Just because it's not offensive to me, don't mean it's not offensive to someone else. But I really just truly can't see how that's offensive. But then again, I'm not. Here's something, Trish.
American.
But exactly. So I got a question, right? I know this your show. I apologize. But I got a question.
Okay.
Why are they called Indians and they're not from India? So, think about it. So wouldn't that be? What the Indians, and they're not from India. So what are they really?
That's a good question. That's a good question. That's
that goes all the way around the world, man. That's global. So when people, it's like people have. Here's the thing: like people hold a race card, but when they hold it, they only hold it to benefit them. Like I just said, they American Indians, but they're not from India.
Okay, but hold on though. So check this out though. Now wait a minute though. Like for example, just in America's defense, You and I are African American, but we ain't from Africa.
I'm not an African American. I'm an American. I'm not from two descendants. No.
Okay.
My ancestors are African, but I was born in America.
Okay, your ancestors are African, but you was born in America. So maybe the Native Americans' ancestors are from India, but they're born in America. So they're
the Indians don't call themselves Indians. Only we call them Indians, and they're not from India. They call themselves Native Americans.
I don't think they call themselves Native American. I think, you know what I think they call themselves? I think they call themselves by the tribe that they're associated with.
That's true. Yep, you're right.
Right?
Yeah, I'm from the so-and-so tribe. You're right.
Or I'm whatever. So I think we labeled them Native Americans and Indians. We labeled them that.
So therefore, once again, we got the race card, but we only use it when it benefits us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Why they call Indians, but they ain't from India? That's a good one. You know what? That's a good one. But listen, man. So listen.
Yes,
so with your classic show, right?
Sure.
With your classic show that you do it on Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 o'clock. It's usually an hour, but sometimes the shows be good and we have to go over an hour, man. We just we cater to artists, we cater to some political issues, everyday life, so we just basically talk about everyday life. We don't think we're better than anybody, nor do we think anybody better than us, but we just want to entertain the world on all platforms.
That's nice, man. Well, I'll tell you something, man. I don't look at like video blogs or nothing like that. That's not something that I do, right? But I watch yours, right? And this is no joke. This is not saying this because you're on this show. I actually watch your show, like, and when I say I don't look at them, I mean like I don't normally stay to the entirety of the show. Right. I may scroll and stay 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there, or whatever. But I actually watch your show, man, because it's like, first of all, you don't know what the hell you're gonna say. Like, you don't know what you're gonna say, right? Like you don't know what you're gonna say. So to me,
no telling.
You don't know what you're gonna get, right? It's like Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. So I like that. And then your guests. I like your guests because, like, it's sort of like the BRI in that there's no particular type of guest that you try to corner in, like just artists or just business people. I don't want to do that. I think like we're so talented that we got people doing a lot of things, across a wide range of professions. So I don't want to box myself in like that, and you don't, man. I saw your boy, what's his name, the musician Keys. What's his name?
You talking about the one that played for in Black Street?
Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah, Star Global. We had him from the group. Yeah.
And then your boy, you say your favorite R&B singer.
Oh, my favorite. Oh man, you got me saying it's a few of them. I have a few of them, but K is like my favorite all time, and his favorite his number one track. He has a few tracks. He's in the industry as well, but his number one track to me is a song called "Special." If y'all out here, look it up. I guarantee you'll love it. He's on all platforms as well. He's a little vintage. He's been out here for a while, but so he know how to run the industry the way he do. So yeah, y'all check that out if y'all ever out there.
Yeah, you know what, man? Let me tell you something. Music is music, man. Right? Music. I don't care what age you grew up in. Right now, you have some people that when they listen to music or even fashion, they get stuck in a decade. They get stuck in a
yes, sir.
time frame and be like, yo, like this one guy, I was driving down the street and he was like, man, you listen to that rap music? You too old to be listening to rap music. That's what he said to me, right? And I said to him, I was like, yo, you telling me I'm too old to listen to rap music. It's like me telling my mama she too old to be listening to the Spinners. She grew up on the Spinners. How I'm going to tell her to stop listening to the Spinners? Like, I grew up on rap music. That's the music that of my generation, right? Like, and I mean the beginning of it. So I'm never going to be too old to listen to it. Now, there are particular types that I won't listen to, right? That I won't subject myself to. But rap music will always be. Look, I want somebody to sing Amazing Grace in rap form at my funeral. Yeah, you know what I mean? That at my funeral, because rap is really the rap actually helped me through life, man. Like, honestly, like it really did. Like the stuff that I learned listening to rappers, like when you really think about it, William Shakespeare was a rapper.
Yeah. I would say he's more of a jazz, because jazz is emotions to it. And when I was reading William Shakespeare's novels and stuff in school, I could see emotions behind every page, but you never know the ending. You never know how the ending was. You just know he was going through something when he was writing.
Right. But think about it. That's hundreds of years ago, and we studying his writings.
Yes, sir.
And all he did was write. He didn't do nothing else.
Yep.
He didn't invent nothing. He didn't make nothing. He didn't find nothing. He just wrote. And hundreds of years, they're studying his work.
Yes, sir. I think he did invent something. He invented the art of storytelling.
You sure Andre 3000 didn't make that?
Shakespeare was a lot older than Andre. but now, to add to what you were saying, the reason why when I give descriptions, when I talk about artists, because you got, like you said, some people, like if I'm talking to a younger crowd, say I'm talking to somebody that's, 20 and under, the first thing they're going to say is, oh, I don't know them. So I try to warn them before they even say, oh, I don't know them.
Hold on, Classic. Hey, hold on. Let me do this right quick, because he's sitting there.
What's up? What's happening? What's happening, people? What's happening?
What's going on, fella?
What's the move in? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Excuse me, I'm on vacation enjoying myself, man.
We can't hear you, bro. Take your mic out. Yeah, take your mic. You gotta do like I did. Take your mic out.
I gotta take out.
Yeah, unplug it.
Hello?
I can hear him. Can you hear him?
I can't hear him.
I hear him. He said you're on vacation, and now I can't hear him.
Yeah, tell her he got to unmute your mic, pimp.
Unmute your mic. Your mic is on mute.
Nah, he got earbuds in.
Like I did. That's how I was.
Yep. Take your earbuds out.
Tell me you gotta unplug it.
Unplug the Bluetooth and everything.
Yeah. Cause that's how I was. I had to unplug my Bluetooth.
Yeah. He'll
be back. Hey, it happens. Trust me, it happens. Because it's different when it's something different, it happens. But to get back to it.
I'm going to hold out on introducing him, but when you realize who he is, you're going to be like, for real. But go ahead. What were you saying about why you descriptive about artists?
I'm very descriptive because I want them to respect them, not as much as I do, but in a sense of respect them and say, oh, I don't know who that is. You don't want to do that. So what I do is I always warn them when I say, like, when I say Slick, I'm like, he's a little old school, but when you hear what he's saying, you understand. So I do that before I say their name. He back.
Okay.
All right, man. What's happening?
Okay, he here.
And stop moving around, big old head, man.
Hey, man, I'm trying to keep everything stable. I ain't got a stabilizer out here, man. I'm way out in the country.
Okay, so Boaz, Meet Broderick. Broderick, meet Classic.
Salute, bro. What's up with you?
How you doing, brother? Doing all right today?
So Classic. So check this out, right? That brother is from Arkansas.
Okay.
I'm from Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Somehow, some way, we both found ourselves together in New Haven, Connecticut, at a furniture store.
What?
And we was at a furniture store, and he was with his wife, and I was with my son's mother at the time. We both were getting a new apartment, and I heard him talk. And the first thing I asked him, I say, "What part of North Carolina are you from?" And he just turned around and said, "I ain't from North Carolina. I'm from Arkansas." And that was 20 years ago, and we've been rocking ever since.
Yeah, it's meant to be there. That's what that means.
Rocking ever since. So, Broderick. So everybody, this is Mr. Broderick Thomas Smith. He is the founder and creator of Music Without Limits and Music and Film Without Limits down in Atlanta, Georgia. He is also the creator and writer for the #1 downloaded ringtone song of all times, Laffy Taffy. He is the writer of Laffy Taffy. That's my man right there. And it's a funny story. So I'm gonna let him tell it. So Broderick, tell the people about yourself, brother.
Well, I'm from Arkansas, born and raised. And music has always been my thing. Hip hop has always been my savior, man. Music is everything, and music takes you everywhere. And when in different places that you go, now everything is so much is global, so it's different now. You got the internet, but back then when I was growing up, you didn't have internet, so every place you went, everything was distinctive by the music, the type of music that, like if you was down south, you was listening to UGK, Scarface. They had Master P and all that. But back then they had the Fifth Ward Boys, the old stuff that people right now don't and never heard of. It was underground and stuff. But then when you go up north, when I left and I went to college and stuff, and that's when my eyes opened up, man. When I left and went to college, and I got up there and I started listening to I think it was the Biggie came out, then it was Puffy, Bad Boy, and all that stuff. And it was a culture shock coming from Arkansas, and that was totally different coming up north, because we was in Virginia. Even though Virginia is down south, they consider it to be up north, really, in a vibe. So it's like you learn different hip hop. The Mason-Dixon line. It's different. Even though it's past the Mason-Dixon line, but they still act like they from New York, basically. That's how it was back then. You feel me? So you could, but the benefit for that was that I collected like different vibes from each, down south, up north. You know what I'm saying? Of course, being from the Midwest, you get the West Coast vibe. You was on that Spice One. You know what I'm saying? The MC8, all that, and then when you mix all that in a pot, man. And you coming from a place where you don't have hip hop, and you go somewhere up north, right? And I used to rap and do little things, to myself, but I was never the type of dude to get in a cipher and all that. I was never that dude, that freestyle type of guy. But one thing about it, when I met Deanie D, Mr. Wilson right here, Mr. Wilson, man, we used to, go back then, you was young, you had smoke sessions and everything, you chill, big chief rocker, you know what I'm saying? So we had smoke sessions, man. We sitting out here, and he was a freestyler, so he freestyles like none other. He can freestyle, he put it together. And then when I started doing it, I started to freestyle. And Deanie D the type of person, man, where he'll give you some advice and he'll say something, but you got to pay attention to what he's saying, because really, he's saying something that could lead to your blessing. You never know. You know what I'm saying? He just dropped jewels every now and then. That's just how he is. So he was like, I freestyled and stuff. And he was like, Brody, man, if you was to get serious, man, you can make some money from this, man. You know what I'm saying? I think you can do something with this. You know what I'm saying? Your vibe and everything that you got. I think, big dog, you can make some money from it. And I didn't really pay him attention. I listened to him. I was like, okay. I didn't really take it seriously then. But then we got around some more of his friends, and they was like, we had a little freestyle session, and they was like, man, you're right, bro. You might want to take that seriously and try to, see what's up. And, and I did. And one thing led to another, man. I got a chance to go down south, to move down south and have an opportunity to work with some people. And then when I moved down south and started working with the people, everything didn't go right like I wanted to. And I used to drive by this place all the time. And it was crazy because I used to drive, it was on Auburn Avenue. I was in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I moved to. And I drove by this place. It was called the Royal Peacock. And it was on Auburn Avenue. And I was in my Cadillac, because I had a Cadillac and everything, 1972 Coupe de Ville. You know what I'm saying? Nice little piece. You know what I'm saying? That was my baby. Remember that joint, Deanie?
That was a boat. That was a boat, nigga. Don't even try.
Man, that was my baby, man. Stop with all that, bitch. That was my baby.
Yo, he had that thing in Connecticut, too. He had it up in Connecticut.
Hey, I had my joint. Hey, I had my joint goddamn floated down. Shipped down there, man. I wasn't going to leave my baby up there in Connecticut. Bump that.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. Finish with your story.
Anyway, I kept driving past there, and something just said, man, go up in there, bro. So one night I went up in there, and when I went in there, I'm gonna tell you the whole, because I gotta be 100 about it. I had some blunts, which was Dutchess, but I didn't have no green to go with it at the time. I didn't have nothing to put in it. So I walked to the back because I already know, anytime you go in the club, and I don't know if you're from down south in the juke joint club, anything. If you go in the club, you go to the back or you go to the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? You'll find whatever you trying to find. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the back and I seen two young dudes, man, you know what I'm saying? And we got to talking. And the two young dudes was actually Brad Ski from D4L and Lil Mark of D4L. And Shorty Low was standing to the side. At that time, he was Shorty Low, it was Carlo. And I asked, I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I was like, look, man, you go to the universal sign, and they was like, yeah. And I was like, I guess one of them needed a blunt. And when I pulled out, I had Dutchess. At the time, it was the main thing about the conversation. What led it off to more conversation was like, you got Dutchess Corona. Most people have Dutch presidents. It was a leaf. Back then, it was considered different. You smoke leaf, you was unique if you smoke leaves. So he was like, you got Dutch Master Corona Deluxe? I said, yeah, you smart. Yeah. He was like, man, I was like, okay, let's start another conversation. And then, they had some good green. I got that. And he was like, what you doing down? So I do music. And they was like, yeah, they had a studio. And then, you know what I'm saying, there was other conversation. And then it was like, man, won't you come through? You seem like you all right people. Bam, came through, man, and never left. And we just started creating. We started making stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? And it just went from one thing to another, man. They had it was like moving and you had a family, man, even though I wasn't from necessarily in the same thing they was doing, because they was heavy. These people, you know what I'm saying? They was not playing. D4L is just what it is. It was D4L, you know what I'm saying? Low was what he was, you know what I'm saying? He was not, fake dude. He was all organic. He was straight, you know what I'm saying, from born home. And he was straight trapping, when you know what I'm saying. And when you seen him, Low wouldn't come to the studio only on the weekends, so you would only see him, like, you know what I'm saying, from probably like Thursday night until maybe Sunday. Not even Sunday. He won't come out on Sunday, Saturday night, you know what I'm saying. But in the rest of the time, he'll just do what he do. So, and then you left up to make the music, and he really didn't take it serious at the time. He just had the studio for us, man. And he put it up in there he had put the studio up there for us to create. You know what I'm saying? Something for, you know what I'm saying, place for him to go to, socialize too as well. And we just started making stuff happen. And it went from there.
Hey, Pimp, though, you missed a very important segment in that.
Well, let me know, brother. You know what I'm saying? Let me know.
You missed the segment where we was making music up in the linen closet in Connecticut.
Hey, that's what I knew. Hey, let me tell you this, man. That's how I got. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's, you know what I'm saying. That's the trup. I did miss. Started out. That's how I got started recording in the linen closet.
Before you start, though, who gave you your name? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Man, I don't like people to know my name, but I tell you, man, it's Pimp motherfucking Game. It's Pimp motherfucking Game. D gave me Pimp motherfucking Game, man. And you know what I'm saying? And it then went on from there. When Low heard the name Pimp motherfucking Game, man, it was like he just stuck with it. I'm talking about it doesn't matter where we went, man. He called me Pimp Motherfucking Gang, man. And it just everybody started calling me Pimp Motherfucking Gang. And then I'm like, what you gonna call yourself? Pimp Motherfucking Gang. And it was just, I tried to slow it down to PMG. So it could be a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I ain't ashamed of anything. I always, you know what I'm saying? Primarily, my mama called me Pimp Gang. So, you know what I'm saying, to a point now. So it's like, it's just sunk in, bro. That's what it is.
We was at a park one night, right? We was at a park in Connecticut, and I watched him work. I watched him finagle and I was like, yo, man, you operating like pimp. Like you operating like a pimp for real. Yo, he said, what you talking about? What you talking about, Deanie D? I said, man, you pimp motherfucker gang. And I said, that's what you should call yourself. And that's what he did, man. And I met this dude, man, like, we lost contact for about 5 years. For about 5 years when he moved, about 5 years. But let me tell you what happened, and you're gonna like this, Classic. I had never ever been to an NFL football game in my life. I've never been to a professional NFL football game in my life. I'm in Washington, D.C., and this man knocks on the door and say, come on, Deanie. I said, man, where we going? He said, we're going to the game. And guess what game he took me to, yo? The Washington Redskins versus the Dallas Cowboys. My first look at him, Pimp, look at him. Here,
I love it. I love it.
Hey, and it was the inaugural game where Donovan McNabb was playing.
Yes.
Yeah,
listen,
he was versus Tony Romo.
I didn't even get to see the game, Classic. It was so much excitement happening in the stands. It was 90,000 people there at one time. And I didn't even look at the game. The stands were where it was. And I appreciate look, I didn't even ask him how much them tickets cost, but you got to realize that's FedEx Stadium, and that's Washington, and they always they sell out every year. So I know that them tickets cost a brick. I know they did, right? But I didn't want to ask him because if I asked him, right, then that means I got whatever it costs. I got to do something to pay that nigga back. So I ain't even gonna ask him.
Hey, that's the bro code, bro. Yeah. Hey, that's official. That's the bro code. Yes, sir.
Yeah, no question. No question. No question.
Tickets cost $5,000, then I gotta spend $5,000 on my man. Like, so I don't know. So I do whatever I can for him. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I love him, man. And the reason why I wanted y'all two on here together is because I consider myself a hub. That brother got a music program that he helped the youth with down in Atlanta, Classic. You're all about the community. I don't know what y'all can do, but y'all can link up and do something great. I know that. I definitely know that.
Yeah.
Like,
we gotta chat. We gotta do stuff different now, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people complain about stuff, but they don't never have a solution about shit. And what I do in my program, bro, is we teach them skills and, studio engineering, beat making, choreography, DJing, creative songwriting, all that. We build on all that. But basically, it's the process, man, that matters.
Right.
It's the process.
Film.
We of course that's and photography, film, editing. You know what I'm saying? Directing, all aspects of the film business. We have people that actually come there. You know what I'm saying? We partner with Nate Parker's people, and we have a guy that comes there and he teaches all this, teaching editing and all that. And they actually learn on the job of actually filming a web series, an actually movie that they're working on, and they work on a soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? That goes along with the movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually on the job training by a professional. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of this, is about teaching them the process of something, man. And you know what I'm saying? The process of taking a skill and knowledge and turning it into intellectual capital and monetize it. It's something that we didn't learn growing up. We learned to learn a skill, go fill out an application and get a job. And that's crazy because you're not going to build on anything. And in order to have wealth, man, and to build on wealth, because there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to start teaching our kids and getting them to understand at a young age, that it's easy to open up a LLC, a business. It's not hard to do that. And we need to have class. We need to have classes, and we need to be something that we teach in our families. Like normally, if you're going out to fill out an application, show them that it's easy to go to the Secretary of State and show them you can do an LLC, save your name. You know what I'm saying? Have your name for it and get it saved so you can, you know what I'm saying? Start your LLC. Show them it's easy to get liability insurance for your business. Show them it's just as easy as 1, 2, 3 to do that. It's just to go down and fill out an application, and that's what we do in our program, bro.
Well, you know what, me and Boaz, I did an interview with him last week, and we was talking about this the other day. We was talking about what parents say, and they say, "Do as I say and not as I do." Remember we was talking about that?
Yes, sir.
And what you're saying is absolutely right. But you know what you know what the best teacher would be for me is for us to just do it. They watching us anyway. Right?
Yeah.
They watching us anyway.
Yeah.
We just go ahead and do it. They're gonna do what we do.
True.
And
like,
that's
I can tell them, I can say all day long, LLCs is only $125, which they are in the state of North Carolina. It's only $125 for your LLC. You just got to make sure you have your own copyrights and no one else has your design or your logo or whatever, however you brand it. That's the only thing you got to do. It's easy for me to say that, but I can say that. And when I say $125, they're going to say, oh, that's a pair of shoes. So it's easy to say that, but if they're actually seeing you doing it, then that makes it a whole different situation. Like the stuff I'm in, this is a little different from what you got going on. I'm a promoter as well. I don't know if you know Big G in Atlanta.
Yeah, I know Big G.
You know Sean Pat in Atlanta. These are also promoters as well.
No, I don't know Sean Pat, but I know Big G.
But you know part of the Dungeon family, right?
Yeah. I know a lot of them.
Okay, so you got to know Big G. So what I'm saying,
I don't know a whole lot of names, but I do know faces.
Got you. Well, one of my partners is Tonio, and that's one of his partners. That's where we got the Castel Vodka. That's the actual. That's ours, right?
Yeah.
He also got Beats by Dre, part of Source. When Benzino basically got kicked out of his portion, and they need a Southeast region. So that's when my man Antonio come into play. That's his thing. So what I do is I basically get any artist from their manager is my boy Antonio from Little Scrappy.
Okay.
OJ the Juice Man, Flocka. So I can get people like that. And I basically had them come and do little seminars basically for nothing. See, what a lot of people don't understand, in Atlanta, almost every club in Atlanta, you got artists in there and they perform for free. It's just they charge. The reason why, because just stay in their same hood. This is what they do. They in their same hood. But if you get them out of their hood and come to another state, that's where the fees come in. So I just know a little bit more than what a lot of other people know, but just because of how deep I've been involved in certain things. Okay. So my thing, what I do is I can do artist development. So that's what I'm saying. Okay. Like you have the cameras and all the other stuff. I don't really do that. And another thing too, I can connect you with my guy Antonio as well. Whenever y'all have time, all four of us can sit down and talk, because he's at the top of it. So he definitely can, show y'all way more than what I can show you. Because the only thing I know is what he have taught me. And you ain't gonna never teach the student.
The whole purpose, the whole purpose of the BRI is to increase your network, to increase your net worth, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the whole purpose. That's the whole purpose of it. Like, we got to understand that, like, look, man, as long as, because we make money. It's not that we don't make money. We make money, but we blow money too. Like we, and when I mean blow money is that money needs to circulate amongst us longer, right? It needs to stay within for us longer, so more people can get their hands on that particular dollar before it leaves us. Because once it leaves us, it's a wrap. Now, the only way it's going to circulate is that we support one another. Like, I buy from you, you buy from me, you purchase from me. Or like with you saying you don't do that, but your skill for Broderick is you was in radio. radio personality. That's a skill.
Right.
It is. It is a skill, and it's a
Right.
teachable skill
That's a
too.
skill.
It's a teachable skill too, and
That's a
you have
skill.
yeah, and you
know
have
what I mean?
young people,
What they say about
you have young people, you have young youth, and you know what I'm saying, youth and young adults, man, that's willing to, they want to participate in something like that, that want to learn from someone like yourself, because you know what I'm saying, they come from that background and they see you look like them. You look like actually how they look, and they want to learn like from, you know what I'm saying, you talk like they talk. And that's the whole importance about when you teaching someone something, man. And that's what our community, I feel like, is lacking. They lacking people that they see every day to teach them something, you know what I'm saying, that they can actually benefit from. You know what I'm saying? And it's not only that, but stuff that's not antiquated, like tech. Like what I do right now, I have a partnership I started with Tech Bridge, which is a nonprofit tech company. And they go within the community and they find young men and women, young adults from ages 18 to actually 35, you know what I'm saying, even on up, that want to learn how to computer code, because that's what the technology, that's what the fields are going toward that direction. And with a certain amount of, I say, well, less than what right now, it's like less than 15 weeks of training online, you know what I'm saying, during the COVID, you can start out making $60,000. And our people don't have that information in order to know this, that you don't necessarily have to go to college for 4 years and spend all that money. You can go, they have these opportunities out here, but they put them in small print, or they don't give, they limit the information. And that's what I want to do. I want to connect all that, because in Atlanta, man, I don't know if you know this, man. When I came here, I was in D4L and I was on Bankhead, you know what I'm saying? And at that time, you know, you in the trenches, so you grinding. You know what I'm saying? You grinding, you know what I'm saying? But while you grinding, you seeing what's going on around you. And being that I was, you know what I'm saying, Deanie know this, you know what I'm saying, that we was both from the social services field, coming from Connecticut, you know what I'm saying? Because at the time, my ex-wife, you know, right now, she was my wife at the time. She was in medical school at Yale for epidemiology. You know what I'm saying? So she studied the gamut of things, you know what I'm saying, that was affecting the society. You know what I'm saying, the environment there in New Haven, and plus the environment that was actually in America, the stats, the data. And data is everything. So when I came to Atlanta and I was seeing all the stuff that I was seeing, in the back of my mind, I was saying, man, I got to do something to change this. Somebody got to do something. Let me tell you what really affected me. And you know what I'm saying, it messed my head up, man. I was on Bankhead one night and we was out there, we was kicking it, you know, drinking, you know, in Bourne Home. It was right before they closed Bourne Home down. And I seen a young girl, and you know, she was barefooted, feet was bleeding, she was walking around, but you know, and they knew that she was young. But like, how old is that girl? And they was like, she was 14, and she was following behind some crackheads. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was sitting there looking at it like, wasn't that like this was everyday normal shit? And that shit fucked me up. And I said to myself, I don't give a fuck what I had to do, but I was gonna do something to help the community, to give back, because you know what I'm saying, especially after that community is giving me so much. So yeah, I have a free program that's for the Bankhead and the Bluff, the West Side area, period. You know what I'm saying? And even Atlanta, if you can find a way to get there to the Promise Center at 740 Cameron M. Alexander, you can be a part of the program. Ages 12 through 24. You know what I'm saying? We have everything there. And the whole point of the Promise Center is like you have wraparound services on steroids. You know what I'm saying? Of course you have MWL there, but you have, you know, the Urban League. You can come and learn financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? And also you can they'll help you find a job. They can prep you for interviews. You know what I'm saying? You know, Tech Bridge is a part of the Promise Center. You can come down and learn computer coding. If you have youth and younger, you know what I'm saying, young adults to learn how to make web mobile apps. You know how much a web mobile app is? Like the cheapest web mobile app goes for $6,000. This is the stuff we need to be teaching our youth, bro. This is the stuff that, you know, young kids need to be learning. And when they on them, bump them video games, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's teach our youth for an hour. Put that down, bro. Pick up this word right here. Let's take you to this class so you can learn how to do this, man. So you can have school, you know, skills instead of passing out water and shit, that you see what's going on, that you have skills and options and solutions, you know what I'm saying, that you can actually use later on in life, man, when it becomes a time when you actually have to take care of yourself and your family. And that's what's important. If we all have a sense of selflessness. See, we don't have that shit no more. Ain't no more Martin Luther's. Ain't no more Malcolm X's. Everybody got to have something where they got to see how this going to benefit them. And you can't. And if you, as a people, how we was raised, which is with the village mentality. With a village mentality, man, it's got to be family. It got to be family oriented. It got to be tough love, but with compassion. And I feel like in a lot of ways, we lost that in our community because we have assimilated into society. You know what I'm saying? They hadn't assimilated with us. We operating from somebody else's rules for a race that really, dog. You know what I'm saying? We don't operate like that. If you go before, you know what I'm saying, the 60s, you know what I'm saying, when we all, you know, before you had integration, you know what I'm saying, when everybody was proud to go to a black mechanic, you was proud to go to whatever, you know, whatever black that had services, because that's the only people you could go to. And that was the choices. So, you know what I'm saying? But now it's different for some reason. And I wonder why is that?
Hey,
can I elaborate a little bit?
Let me do it and I'll let you come. I can tell you why. First of all, what we consider the village mentality, or you know, black businesses supporting one another and all that, right? That was out of necessity, right?
True. I hear that.
That's because that's all they could do, right? You know what I mean? Like, for example, yeah, you had a lot of black people looking out for one another in those communities because everybody was poor in that community, right? For the most part, everybody made a certain amount of money. You know what I mean? And then they were all black. And then what happened is integration happened, right? Integration happened. And after integration happened, it's almost like when you moved to Virginia and you saw the difference, you couldn't see yourself actually going back to Arkansas and living.
No, you're right. Well, I'm talking it was before that. Actually, I moved to DC and I seen black, because you know, in Arkansas, right. you know what I'm saying? Right. You know, when you in Arkansas, you see people where I was from, you would see people retire from like restaurants and shit. They were retired from like, you know what I'm saying, menial labor jobs where they got paid minimum wage, man. And that was their job. I didn't want that. You know, you didn't see black pharmacists. We had one black doctor, and that was Dr. Nails, man. That was it. And we had a black dentist.
What was you gonna say, Classic?
I think his name was, yeah. Say it one time.
Go ahead, Classic. What was you gonna say? You want to elaborate on what you were saying?
Yeah, I want to elaborate a little bit, bro. I understand from just speaking with you the motive and the togetherness, but you said we don't have any more Martin Luther's and all that, you know, fair. We do, but here's the thing, right? I'm never ever gonna be. I'm all for my people, for one, because I'm part of my people. But I'm never gonna be sold on just because he done something. A good deed means his good deed is for me. I would never be sold on that, because at the end of the day, we also was the one that sold ourselves to the Columbus and the other peoples of the world to be slaves in America. So I would never ever just put all my jewels on in one hand. But and another thing as well, far as the togetherness, a lot of people that scream togetherness, they're not in the same situation as the people that are trying to put together, if that makes sense. Like,
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So if prime example, Barack Obama ain't never lived in this type of hood. But since he's black, that's our president. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just, it's so many things. I just look at it in another thing too. You got so much jealousy amongst each other. I don't know what you got. You don't know what I got. So I'm going to sabotage you because I don't know what you got. And I think I got something. I think I'm better. You understand? So you can't go into a situation talking about a unify. You have to find people, and it's still hard. You have to find people that's basically on the same page as you, and let that be the engine that runs and creates more. You can't just say, okay, since y'all black, y'all come with me. Because at least one of the people in that black that you say come with me is a snake. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to get with people that jail the way you jail. I don't care if it's 2 people. If it's 2 people, other people on the outside is going to see what you're doing. They're going to want to be a part of that, or either they don't.
That's true.
But you understand? Whether they do or they don't, you still is empowering yourself. Y'all know what you got going. Y'all see that glow, y'all see that aura. It's going to grow regardless. So I understand what you're saying, but in the same sense, I love the brotherhood. But am I going to let somebody beat my kids just because they're in the wrong? Hell no. They're my kids. Do you understand what I'm saying? We can teach them, but we can't make them want to learn. So what they have to see y'all, see it proof in y'all, see how y'all network, see how y'all grow, see how y'all build. Then they're gonna want to either be a part of it or not, because you know it's truth. If they come into you with it, it's truth. But if you feel like you just because they're a certain color, bring them to you, then you sabotage. You set yourself up to get hit.
No, I don't operate. I ain't talking. No, I'm not operating that. I feel any color could come to me. I work with white kids, black kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't operate like that. But what I'm saying is that where I'm at in the environment that I see, in the environment that I service, you know, predominantly they predominantly look like me. You know what I'm saying? But no, the whole point is it's about the financial side of it. It don't have anything to do with it has something to do with race, but also it has something to do with the, you know what I'm saying, our economic side of the where we live in that environment too as well.
Hold on, Broderick. First of all, let me explain this again for people that don't know. When you're on the Black Research Institute, right? You're on a Black network, and I need for people to understand what that is from my perspective. From my perspective, everybody Black. I don't care what skin. I don't care what skin color your skin is. You Black, right? Like you Black. Now, you might not want to admit that, but science proves that everyone started out with dark hue.
Right. Yeah.
That's science. That ain't got nothing to, I ain't saying that. Your scientist said that. So that's science. So everybody Black. Now, they're quick to tell you, well, we all one people. It ain't but one race. It's a human race. So if it ain't one race, if it ain't but one race, why can't that whole race be Black? Right? Why can't it be Black? So when I did this show, I wanted to reach out and look out for, like you, Broderick, the people that look like me. Not because they look like me, but because by them looking like me, I understand the hell that they got to go through. Right? By them looking like me, I understand. It's almost like, don't nobody want to start a cancer foundation until somebody in their family get cancer.
Right.
Right.
Don't nobody want. There ain't nobody talking about no cancer foundation until somebody in their family, when it hits home, they understand that, like, I need to fight this so it won't happen to nobody else. Right. So when I'm advocating for Black people that look like me, I'm saying I need to fight this so it won't happen to nobody else that look like me. Right? Or when I have you, Classic, or you, Broderick, on my show, I say I need to put these brothers out there so other brothers and sisters can see this, and maybe they will be inspired to be like them. Right? I understand that everything has to happen organically. It has to be organic. You can't force nothing on nobody, right? Only thing you could do is show them the trough. What they say, you can lead a horse to the trough, but you can't make him drink.
You're right.
Yes, sir.
You can't make him drink.
That's right. You're right.
But,
and that's why you're right.
If you got the water,
that's why I just had. That's you're right. But the whole point is, hold on though. But see, it's a cheat code to that. Just like in anything else, you got games and everything. You got Nintendos, you got PlayStation, you got cheat code. You know what the cheat code is? And that's why I learned the cheat code is. Let me tell you something. The cheat code, if you teach the youth and they go home and if you teach them something and they start going home and teaching their parents something, That's the cheat code, bro. You might not be able to change, you know what I'm saying, everybody. You might not be able to change every mind. But I'm telling you, bro, if you can't sit up and tell a child something that they know is right and they see that it's right and it sound right and it is right. And if a child sit there and say, "Nah, mom and dad, I think such and such," then it's a change. It sparks a seed. The seed is planted. And when the seed is planted, you got growth, bro. And that's the whole point. And that's why I work with the youth like I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I give the program freely like I do. And that's why I hire people and I bring people in that look like them, that speak like them, that talk like them. Because when they decipher this information and they take it back, this information is going to get took back and it's going to get deciphered. And, and I want them parents and people, cousins, aunties, or whoever that's getting it can learn from it and grow. And that's what, and that's how I look at it. I understand what y'all saying, but that's how I look at it. No. We can all say that.
No, you absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We can all look at it from a standpoint and say, well, we came from this or we came from that. I don't look at myself like this, but I'm gonna tell you right now, big dog, we all in the same motherfucking pot right now, trying to spill the same gumbo, trying to see what's going on. And if we all in the same damn pot, let's get the fuck up out this motherfucker. Fuck all the asking how we gonna get. Let's just goddamn. If you see the nigga right here, you follow him, follow this motherfucker right here, so we can get the hell up out of this joint. And that's how you gotta be, boy, right now. So whatever comes, whatever I'm gonna try, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be about it, and I'm gonna come with a solution. And I'm gonna sit there. Like them kids. One thing about the kids that I work with, they watching me. They see me develop this. They seen it from the beginning. They see me when I said I was going to do it and I was talking about it. And they seen it, you know what I'm saying, develop into something and grow into something bigger and better. And so let me tell you what I do. All the kids and young men that I do work with that's around me, they having their own business because they know. They seen the growth in me. Now they want the growth in themselves.
Now that was my point.
That's the whole point of what y'all talking about.
No, that was the point I was making. You understand? What I was saying was, what I said was, anybody can just say, just because you this, you can be a part of this. You understand what I'm saying? But the point is, that's not what I look for. I don't look for this. Just because you this, I want this. What I look for is, if you feel my energy and you feel that I'm doing right and you see the difference and you want to be a part of that, that's what I'm saying. I'm not drafting you. You understand? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not drafting you. You seeing what I'm doing. So if you want to be a part of that, then that's what we do. That's the thing, and no disrespect to nobody, but that's the thing about the Christians. The Christians try to draft you. They try to draft you into believe what they believe. And they kind of pushes people away. If you don't believe, if you even had just a little thought of, okay, I want to understand what this is, it's almost like it's being forced on you. So you push yourself away, like, oh, time out, hold on. Time out. You trying to say all this is wrong and just you right? Where's your proof of what you're saying is right?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So that's why, like I say, I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just looking at it as, to me, a realistic point of view. Like, I'm not gonna just grab you because you are me. You understand? No, I want you to see what I'm doing. And if you feel like that's something you can do, and you can bring and we can get on each other's shoulders and keep walking, alternate on each other's shoulders until we get a third wheel, and a fourth wheel, and a sixth wheel, till we tall enough to see above that mountain. You understand what I'm saying? Because now
I told I'm with you. I'm listening. I like the passion. I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? That's the willpower. I'm not gonna just get people just because they like me. No, I'm gonna get you because if I relate to you and we both can build off each other. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, how strong are we gonna be if we can't eat? Just because we here? No, I can't eat off. Listen, I ain't never paid a bill with, okay, we friends. Never. You know what they're gonna look at me like? They're gonna be looking at me like, well, what the fuck I'm gonna do with this? Friend, okay, you cool. You understand what I'm saying? So I want people around me that's built strong. And if we have to fall, we fall together. But we know how to stand back up and unite. That's what I'm saying.
I feel that. I do feel that.
So, like I love his passion, and I did his show last week, man. He trying to do it again, but I ain't even gonna go there. He's trying to get me to talk about religion, but I'm not gonna go there.
Hey, look, no, I ain't gonna do it, but I'm not.
I'm not even doing that.
I'm not. Hey, you see, I shut up. I'm not gonna touch it.
I'm not touch it.
No, I'm not
my
gonna touch my
grandma's
medicine,
too.
bro.
I'm not finna touch that.
Broderick, though, I can touch it. Like I can touch it. I can touch it, but
Yeah, you can touch. Yeah, you can touch it, but you know what I'm saying. Right now, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
I'm not.
You know my
that
views on it, so you know what I'm saying. You know how I feel about everything, so you know.
Right. So let me tell you my take on that. Right. I don't have to draft. Like when you say you're not drafting, I don't have to draft because I've already been drafted. Right. Like I've already been drafted because, and it wasn't by choice. Like I didn't have the choice to manifest myself in this skin. That wasn't my choice. That was not my choice. That's what the universe spat out for me. Right. Like that's what the universe had for me planned for me. So I don't draft because I've already been drafted. But I do know that my duty is to be the best possible Denoris Wilson that I can possibly be, not only for myself, but for my kids and for the people that see me. And I do realize that like the way me and you encountered Classic and the way me and you encountered Broderick, it was organic. Didn't nobody introduce us. It was just something that drew me to you, Classic, to your show, and want to talk out to you. And it was, the same thing with Broderick. And I think like the more that we do those type of interactions, those organic ones that I ain't in it for nothing, but the energy that I have around you is just feel good, right? It just feel good to be around that energy. And when you're around that, steel sharpens steel. Broderick could tell you, it was 4 of us. It was 5 of us in Connecticut, and nobody wanted to be the low man on the totem pole, right?
Nope. And that's I can totally.
Nobody wanted to be the low man. We wasn't competing against each other, but we were competing against each other.
You was teaching.
Right. You know what I mean? We wasn't competing against each other, but we were competing against each other. Right,
we were.
Like, it wasn't no hate.
It was good competition, though. It was good competition in a good way, though.
In a good way, like John Lewis said, good trouble. It was good competition because even though it was good competition, if Broderick had something going on and he needed me, I'm right there. Right.
That's what I'm saying, fellas. Do y'all understand what you just?
Vice versa. Listen,
what y'all. I'm listening to what everybody's saying, right? And shouts out to the Wilson Show. I love this show, bro. But what y'all saying is exactly what I said. He used the word organic. You using the word build. All I'm saying is I'm not just getting people because they like me. I'm getting people that I can actually learn from. Y'all call it competition. I don't call it that. Because competition, there's a loser. So I don't look at that. In any competition, there's always going to be a loser. If you didn't win, you lost at the end of the day. So I look at it as a learning lesson. You can't be around somebody that can't teach you nothing. What's the point of being around everybody like you? And you brought this into my mind the other day when you said something. When I said, when I came home, nobody could offer me nothing. You said because I was the plug. And I never looked at it that way. I never looked at it like, I put people in positions, but when I put them in positions, they had never seen whatever it was that they seen so much of it, they didn't know how to accept it or do with it. So they blew it. And I came home and I was in a better position than they were in the beginning because they didn't know what to do with it. And in the same sense, I was deducting money from it and I was never add money to it. So I understand what y'all saying. And that right there, the situation I went through, that's why I'm saying I don't just grab you because you me. Because by me just grabbing people because they me is put me in the hole when I came home. Because I'm thinking I put everybody in position to make buildings. I came home in a better situation than them, and I was on vacation. So that's why I don't just grab people because they like me. It has to have that same energy or more. I have to be able to learn from it. When I look around, when I look at you, I got to be able to learn from you. When I look at my man, I got to be able to learn from him. When I look at this man, I got to be able to learn from him. I can't be always the one that everybody go to because then I'm not learning more. My capacity is here. I'd never get hired.
You know what you know what the problem is with that though? Some of us, that is our purpose, right? That's your purpose. Like sometimes you around people because you're always the one that's teaching somebody. That's just your purpose. Broderick, that's your purpose. That's why the position and the jobs that you have did in your life, you've always been helping people. Every job that I know
True.
you have, you're helping people.
True.
Right? Like you always helping people. That's what and Boaz, with you putting people in position, you helping people. You are a helper. People gravitate. You think people gravitate towards you because your energy, but people gravitate towards y'all two brothers because they learned something. They're picking up a little nugget here and there from y'all two.
Right. But my point is, I understand that because you can't be around somebody not learn something. But my point is, what do you do with it?
That's not, see, that's what I realized too. That's not even my problem. It's like paying tithes.
But it do become your problem if these are your people, right? If these are your people that you have around you.
But see, what you don't understand, everybody don't learn and decipher and retain information at the same pace, you know.
At the same
so
rate.
let me tell you this how it works. This is how I learned it works. That you got to be a faucet, and you know what I'm saying. So when they come, they'll get some, they'll fill their cup up a little bit, and it's gonna take time for them to actually drink that cup. So it's like they'll get a little bit, but they might not understand it right then, and it might have they might have to go through something for them to actually get the complete understanding of the whole process. So what I mean, it's like you just got to be there and just give it to them. Don't worry about all the rest of it, because if you got the information, bro, and you done seen the information, the instructional and process, it actually transpired in front of you, you will be able to go back to that, because the brain is like anything else, a computer. It's going to download and retain, but like it is. But some of it has high download speed, high speed internet, and some of it has low speed internet, and some of it even have dial-up. So when you go through all that,
they got AOL. They got AOL. Some of them got AOL. They still got the dial-up.
So when you look at it from that standpoint, brother, and if you just get the information out there, and even sometimes you just got to put it there, this is where you come get the information from, and then they'll come get it later on, and they'll feed a little bit, and then they'll put it down, but they'll come back later and feed a little bit more, and that's just how it is. I've learned that through my travels.
You know what, my show, people always asking me how the show doing, right? And my answer is, it's doing what it's doing. Right? Like, I don't care what it's doing. This show was placed upon me. It ain't something that I woke up or I've been thinking about. It's something that was placed upon me. So if it was placed upon me to do, I'm gonna do it. Like, and I know, you know, it's gonna do whatever it's gonna do, and I can't worry about who looking or who not. But look, I provide, you know, guests and entertainment and information, and it's free. It's out here. I can't make you drink it, but the information is here. I can't make you drink it. The brother classic is here. The brother Broderick pimp game here. Like, but we can't make you drink what we talking about. That's up to you. So when I say about not drafting classic, I mean this. I just put the information out there. Like, put it this way, I'm like a road. Anybody can ride on the road, but some people drive recklessly on the road, but the road's still there. Like, the road is still there for anybody to use. How they use it is up to them, right? It's up to them. So I'm trying to be like a road, because let me tell you why. Because in most of my life, I was a reckless driver. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was reckless with what I was doing, man. And I saw where it got me, right? I saw where it got me. So what I try to do is, man, remember I told you, I don't look at the messenger. I just deliver the message. That's all I'm doing.
But that's what I'm saying. If you, okay, I don't know. I think we mixing each other.
No. Wait a minute. we're not saying anything like we're not saying
your way of thinking is wrong, brother. We just say everybody thinks differently.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying the way you think. See, let me tell you, this is the thing, bro. This is what I learned. This is why coming from down south and when I went up north and I actually went to HBCU. Because when you go to HBCU, you meet different black people. They have different perspectives. Right. You know what I'm saying? They have a different way of outlook and looking at life through different eyes. And you need that. People need to hear this conversation because you might have somebody that think like you think. We basically talking about the same shit, but they look at it like you look at it. You see what I'm saying? Then you might have somebody that understand it like I have look at it, and they look at it through my eyes, and they understand it how I look at it, and the same vice versa with Deanie. And that's the thing with us as black people. We need to understand that just because we black, we don't fucking have to think the same. You know what I'm saying? We can think differently. We can have different perspectives. We can have different outlook. Because at the end of the day, if it's the right thing to do, man, it's going to come back to the same point, the place that we all trying to get to. That's it. And we need to understand that.
Go ahead.
Check this out, bro. This is how I look at what I just said. Mr. Wilson, 3 + 3 is what?
6.
Bro. Yeah. 2 + 2 + 2 is what?
6.
And me, 6 × 1 is what? 6. So
6.
I can use any other numbers. All I'm saying is it's different methods to get the same answer, and that's what we're doing. It's different methods to the same answers that we're having. I just didn't understand. I thought y'all was trying to say, like, man, you can't look at it that way. And I'm like, no, I can't look at it any other way. I can't just take everybody just because they me. And what y'all are saying is, no, you are leading the blind. That's basically what y'all are saying. So in other words, if what y'all saying is, if there's something that they want to do, sometimes you got to throw it out there to them because everybody don't download the same way. Like y'all said, some people download. So I said, I just didn't know. I didn't know which way I was going with it.
Hey, some niggas high speed too. We got high speed. Yeah. Some motherfuckers high speed now.
Now, one thing I realized is that when you're talking about like information, when you talking about giving people information, right? You got to realize when you giving information, you giving information in accordance to your learning, how you learn, what type of education you got. That means the words that you use, the examples that you use, all of that is going to be determined about, how you learn, right? But if you're trying to give it to somebody that didn't experience the same type of learning, don't know the same words. Like I used to hate reading because I would always have to go in the dictionary and find a word. And then when you go in the dictionary and find a word, by that time you done forgot what you was reading, right? So I used to hate it. So when I did my little time in college, right? I picked up some words. I learned some words, So because this is the thing, people don't understand this, but in everything that you get, you should always try to get understanding. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what it's about. You need to try to understand it. A lot of us, we stop at belief. We just believe something. Like we just believe it. And belief don't necessarily mean it's the truth. It's just what you believe.
Yeah.
Right? It don't mean we stop. Like, for example, my feet, right? My feet has been bothering me. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor, checked it but he did a little cursory check. And he said, well, it don't seem like nothing wrong here. You'll be okay. And because he said that, I didn't pursue it anymore. Right? But I know I need to go and get it checked. Like I know it. But because the doctor, who is a professional, said that, I don't pursue it any further. And I say that to say this is that when we are giving out information, we got to take into account that there are going to be some people that do just like I just did with my foot. They're going to take that information, and if it's what they want to hear, they gonna believe it. If it ain't what they want to hear, then they gonna do something else. I wanted to hear my foot was okay, right? That's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear that, but I know that I need to do tests because I bumped it, and it's, you know. But what I'm saying is, Boaz, just keep giving your information. Brody D, keep doing what you're doing for the kids, man. And trust me, I look at life like this. If you help one person, just if one person you help, then you did your job, man.
Yes, sir.
You did.
You're right.
Because you help one person. You didn't spend your life just doing everything to satisfy yourself.
Right.
You're right.
Some people don't even get to satisfy themselves.
Exactly.
You know, well, you know, wealth in this wealth, and especially right now in this society, is looked upon as like, you know, how much money you have. But we don't know. We know by, you know, saying, you know, becoming, I guess, a little bit more older and mature, that you need to have more than just money. You need to be rich in the soul too, as well, bro. Because at the end of the day, we both know. I've never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse at all. You can't take none of that shit with you. And if your soul is not rich, there's nobody's gonna carry on your legacy, bro. Your legacy has got to be your soul, bro. And that's the stuff and the deeds that you do in this world, man. You know what I'm saying? For someone else, not just for yourself.
Hey, well, Brody D though. So I'm about to end the show, but I'm don't go nowhere, Boaz. But Brody D, I'm gonna say this, man. All this like this new age and this rap that's just talking about sex and big booties and all that, man. You the reason. You the reason for that, bro.
Hey man. Hey man.
Like, yeah, because think about it. Before Laffy Taffy, the only people that was talking about shaking big butts was Luke.
No. You had Pimp C. God, R.I.P. to Pimp C. But Pimp C was my idol, man. And Pimp C talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about nationwide. UGK wasn't nationwide.
All right. Nationwide was Luke. You right. Nationwide was Luke.
Y'all was the first people talking about shake your Laffy Taffy. Da da da. Yeah, that's y'all, man. Y'all responsible for the decay of hip hop.
Oh no, hell no! I'm not finna go for that one, bro. We responsible for the growth of hip hop. Hip hop is like it's like a grandmother. Hip hop is like a grandmother with its own relationship with everybody. So you know, up north you got a different relationship. Yeah. Down south you got a different relationship. Out west you got a different relationship. But we all love grandma, man. We all love grandma, and grandma love us, and that's why we all benefit from it. That's how hip hop is, baby.
I got a question. I know you got ready to wrap it up. I got a question. But my man that live in Georgia, I think I done seen, you know a girl named Mion Sharp.
That name sound familiar, bruh.
I think you might know her. I think you know her because she was around y'all one time. Y'all was in Lenox. This was last year. It was two people from the group. And I can't really see you, but I don't know if you was one of them or not, but you look like the one that was with her. Her name Mion Sharp. She another promoter. She's one of my partners. So maybe not.
Might have, you know, bro. Might have, man. I'm not good with. I'm good with faces.
No, it ain't.
You know, it's a lot of people, man.
It ain't got nothing to do with you. Ain't good, man. Listen, man. Listen, Boaz. If it didn't happen 5 minutes ago, he done forgot.
Hey, he a funny guy, man.
That's my man.
Hey, man, but his logic be, I'm talking, is powerful. You gotta listen to what he's saying. This dude, listen, like I have a mic, right? But I had it the wrong. I know you gotta go, man. I'm sorry, man. But
we got time. Do your thing.
Okay, because you say you're wrapping it up. I know how that be when you're ready to wrap it up. But
don't worry. Go ahead, do your thing, man.
I have a mic, right? Here's the thing, like really, I don't really be caring about the mics and all the other stuff because I'm here. I'm gonna be professional, but in a freestyle type of way. You know what I'm saying? So I just do my thing, boom, 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 go in, whether it's a celebrity guest or it's a local guest or whoever, I still do my thing. I treat everybody the same. You know, I treat everybody like I respect you. I want to see you grow. I want to be like, yeah, I interviewed him, or yeah, I was with him. I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of person I am. I never see myself better than any human. All right. So I was live and he had inboxed me. He said, hit me up after the show. Now, mind you, it don't bother me or probably anybody that I really know, because a lot of people don't know how the mic's supposed to be. But this is a perfectionist, right? So when I hung up my show, he say, bro, Boaz, he said, your mic the wrong way, brother. And you know how he talk, the powerful brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking like shit. I don't know how this motherfucker's supposed to go. When I was on the TV, when I was at the radio station, it hung from the top and came down. Right. So I just adjusted it the way it was. And I had this part like this way, but the mic was turned the opposite way. And he was like, nah, that's not that type of mic, brother. You know, you got to change it all the way around, you know? So he telling me basically, you know, do more to it. Like I say, this right here, I'm not going to sit here and say just jokes and play, but this is just until the world open up and then I can do what I do, you know, because like I said, I'm a club promoter. You know, that's what I do. I rent buildings out and put motherfuckers in there. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? He do
too. He do too.
So that's I'm telling him, I thought I saw him with Milan. I'm telling you. I think I remember seeing his face. This was last year though, because she had a mask on. I said, what the hell are you doing out there? And she say, I'm networking. She got a little salon out there as well. Her name is Milan Sharp. And I think it was you, but it may have not been. But it was two of you guys from D4L. It was two of y'all.
You keep
might have been me and Stunt. Might have been me and Stunt, man.
I'm telling you, if it didn't happen 5 minutes ago, man, he don't forgot. I'm telling you, like
man. Especially in a random, in like a random situation. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you,
it might not have been you, but y'all ate dinner and everything just there in the third. It might not be.
And I eat out there a lot, bro. I stay eating out there at Lennox all the time.
Yeah, okay, but it might have been, bro.
So now we about to end the show. So this is gonna be a first for the BRI. When I end the BRI, I ask my guests 2 questions, right? So who want to go first?
Now, it don't matter. I'll go. Whoever.
All right, Boaz, this for you.
All right.
The first question is, what are you doing to push the culture forward?
What I'm doing to push the culture forward is being me, being a 100% to myself, keeping honesty, being transparent as I can be, and trying to lift everybody up, man. I want everybody to see the sky. I don't see one man short of the other. I see one man is equal to the other. That's how I'm doing it.
Okay. Brody, what are you doing to push the culture forward?
Showing our young youth, men, women, whoever, that this is hip hop, and hip hop have different forms, man. And you can express it any way that you feel like you want to express it. That's it. Teach them to be open and free and organic, man. You know what I'm saying? And be truthful about stuff. And hip hop that's what hip hop is. It's honesty. And then it's cap. It's a lot of things. You know
cap is rap.
One thing, that's what it is. So that's what it is, and that's what I try to do. I teach them the process. I teach them the ways of getting your product out there via, if it's marketing, if it's film, if it's actually the technical aspects of music. Understand patterns. I want them to understand it as a pure form in a classic manner, because when you understand it in that way, it becomes something that you love. Because I don't know with anybody else, but hip hop is everything to me. I live my life by it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And I think a lot of our youth today, they do the same. Because if you look around, everybody got iPods and earpods and listening to music. And in some form of music, that music is affected by hip hop.
Okay. All right, Boaz. The second question is, I need for you to name me 3 famous Black people but they can't be.
Oh my God, that's easy.
Wait a minute. They can't be athletes or entertainers.
Okay. Harriet Tubman. Are you ready?
Okay.
Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman. Barack Obama. Jesse Jackson. Elijah Muhammad.
No. That's it. That's
Farrakhan.
it. No. You because he got to answer the question first.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm just showing how easy that question was. That's all.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna bring you back on the show one day, and then I'm gonna really ask you some real Black History questions and see how you go.
I'm in.
All right, Broderick. Pimp Game.
Yo.
Name three famous.
What's up?
Listen, man. Listen. Hold up. Listen to this. When you get back to Atlanta, we gotta do a retake of this interview, man. You sitting up there in Arkansas in the backwoods, all dark. Can't nobody see you, man.
Hey, I'm gonna let you know. This is where I'm at too. I'm in the woods. You see the woods?
On
I'm
the
in the
porch.
woods.
I don't know.
I'm in the woods. It don't matter.
So I need for you to tell me three famous Black people, and they can't be athletes or entertainers.
Three famous Black people that's not athletes or entertainers. And even though that's my word. All right, okay. Of course I know some. Mega Evers.
Time out.
What?
Oh, go ahead. No, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
Mega
interject, please.
No, go ahead. Mega Evers, go ahead.
And the only reason I thought about that because I passed by the memorial, I guess the exit for the memorial on the way to Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? So
right, go ahead.
That's where Mega I came
Evers.
up.
Okay.
Mega Evers. Let me see. Bob Johnson.
Okay.
And what's the Bob Johnson? That one. And,
wait a minute, though. I'm gonna have to. Well, no. I was gonna disqualify Bob Johnson because he's in the entertainment field, but he was a business of the entertainment field. So go ahead.
Yes, business of the entertainment. Yeah. Come on now, yeah. And the lady in radio.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Radio One.
Yeah, Radio One.
What's her name? If you can't say her name, you can't use it.
Sandra. I can't think of the last. I want to say Sandra Wright, but I don't think that's it. So
now if she looking at this interview, she ain't even gonna.
She gonna be pissed. She gonna be pissed at her.
Yes, she is. Because you definitely should know her. You know who it is, Boaz?
I should know her too, man. Oh man, I should know her.
Go to somebody else. You got one more.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I got somebody else. Hold on. Dang. Abernathy.
What's his first name?
Hosea Williams. Yeah, Hosea Williams. I should know better. But I'm not good with names anyway, so you know what I'm saying? That's just how I always Hosea Williams.
You are not.
Hey, Kathy Hughes. Yeah, I came up with it. Father, don't try me. Hey, tell Kathy Hughes I'm sorry, man. If she mad at me,
hey, brother,
hey, forgive me. You know what's so crazy?
What?
Hey, go ahead.
You are having a bad representation for Union, man, for Virginia Union.
Hold on, partner. I represent Union. Hey, Union make the world take, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not good with the memory. Don't try me, baby.
Yeah. To his defense, like you said, it didn't happen 10 minutes ago. He'll forget.
Don't play with me.
No, he real Union now. He don't be playing with Union. He know.
So hard to be a Panther, man. So hard to be a Panther, dog. Don't play with me.
Hey, man, but it's harder being a Viking. So you know what I mean. You know, the only thing came out of Union was Charles Oakley.
Man, stop, man. A lot of people, Douglas Wilder came out of Union, bro. What you talking about, bro? Yeah. All right, you know what I'm saying? Don't say that. It's a lot of things. The underground, hold on. The Underground Railroad ran through Union, bit dog. Don't do that. Yeah. Harriet Tubman was chilling that been through Union herself.
Hold on though. Why didn't you name Douglas Wilder, man? What is wrong with you?
Man, because hey, bro, like I just told you, everybody decipher information differently now. I might have had my we just had this conversation. And maybe my downloader wasn't working at the time. You know what I'm saying? But now it kicked back in. You know what I'm saying? My Wi-Fi kicked back in and it came up. So get up on
Y'all crazy.
I know that's right, man. Hey, brothers, this is what it's about right here. I enjoyed this, man. I really did. I want to thank both of you brothers. Anton, Classic, Boaz, tell the people about your show, when they can view it, and what I already know, but just tell them about your times of your show and everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have the Classic Hour. It's a 1 hour show. We do everything from backgrounds to relationships to politics. We do have some celebrities that shoot on, and we got regular people that shoot on. But at the end of the day, man, it's all around fun, man. We get down to business. We talk about real situations, real issues. Also, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people don't like to talk about single life. We do. So whenever you're free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Pacific time, tune in to the Classic Hour with your host. I go by the name Classic the Hood Champ. Check it out, respect it. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You forgot one thing. Wait a minute. You forgot one. Holla.
It's Jolene. F in the body. I go by the name Classic the Hood Champ. Check it out, respect it. What you sipping on?
That's just sipping. Go ahead, Brody. Tell the people how they can get in touch with MWL down there, and if they want to, they got kids and they want us to sign up down in Atlanta.
Well, if you're in Atlanta, we on the west side, right off North Side Drive. Cameron M. Alexander with 740 Cameron M. Alexander, 30318. And Atlanta, Georgia, right there downtown. It's the Call It Ed Promise Center. We're right there. You can pass right by us. We at the cross section of Cameron M. Alexander and English Ave. And everybody know what English Ave is, the famous yoga stuff.
What's the hours?
We are operating from the summer program is about to kick up, and we're going from 8 to 8.
8 to 8. Okay, man, brothers. Yeah. Thank you again. And y'all more than welcome if y'all got any new developments happening on your particular platform or with your program, Brody D, and you want people to get know about it, and you want to come on the show, just hit me up, man, and we'll make it happen. But once again, I enjoyed this, man, and thank y'all immensely, boy. Listen, we almost been on here 2 hours, and it don't feel like it, do it, bro.
That's how it be.
No, it don't, man.
That's what I'm saying,
man. Good conversation, man. Good conversation. Good. Hey, I enjoyed it.
That's how it be, bro. Hey, that's how it be. I enjoy it too. When the conversation is good and it makes sense and it got a sense of humor in it. Come on, man. That's the best of all worlds. Period.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody listening, and ain't nobody saying you better do it this way.
Right.
No question. No
question. That means we are outside that box. So in other words, we're not everybody come over here.
Yeah.
That's right. You did. Right. Hey, brothers, thank y'all. I'm going to say peace. Brody, I'm going to call you after the show. Ton, I'm going to call you tomorrow. I got to talk to you about something, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Peace, boss.
Salute.
MWL. Yow. Talk to you.
Yeah, man, that was a good show. We went 2 hours. I got to have some discipline with the show, man. It's hard when you in good conversation, but I enjoyed them. Broderick Thomas Smith, aka Pimp Game, D4L. He went from D4L to MWL. And then you have Anton Classic, Boaz, man. He has a show, the Classic Hour, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6. Tune in to him, check him out. He got classic gear too. I forgot to ask him about that. But I'm gonna leave you because if you've been rocking with me, thank you. I'm gonna leave you now as I always do. And In order for you to receive a blessing, you must first be a blessing. All right? Stay tuned and stay straight and do everything out of love. Peace.
Hi, I'm Dominic Manuel, CEO of the firm ENT LLC, and you're watching the BRI, Black Research Institute, with Denores Wilson.
What's up, everybody? This is Trophy Santiago with Hair Mafia Extensions, and you are watching BRI, Black Research Institute with Denores Wilson.